It's time.
It's time.
Let's have the Buffer
Yeah,
boys do it.
he can do it. Yeah, you can do the whole thing.
Yeah.
No,
You mean to
got a
write one
great
up?
voice.
You mean to write one up?
I have a. You know how your voice sounds different, like when you speak or when you hear it, like in the audio or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
I don't like my voice the way it sounds.
I like your voice.
Oh, thanks.
Soothes me.
Really?
Yeah. I go to sleep.
Settle down over
I
there.
go to sleep listening to your part of the podcast every night.
I'm gonna have
I have
no
a
comment on
very-
that.
I have a
If
very-
I commented, it would just go way
Snowball.
out. No, yeah,
Snowball.
way out in the Toolies.
I have a very, I would say, non-manly voice. Yeah, I have a Muppet voice. Not
Hey.
quite Patrick Mahomes, but
Oh.
You're just a little guy.
I'm kind of getting there. All right,
Are you guys like the same height?
probably. Yeah.
No,
He ain't
Who's
mu-
ta- who's
he ain't
taller?
much
You taller than him?
no, he's like 2 or 3 inches shorter than me.
Come on, man. Don't be like that.
Okay, you guys need to stand up back to back up there. I can see.
Jesus never.
Can't count the hair.
I cross you over.
No,
I bet I could, even though I'm fat. All right, what's up, boys?
Yeah, I'm fine.
fine.
I was better until you started putting us all down.
Yeah, I feel bad now. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah,
I'm
you're welcome.
short. Muppet voice.
Hey, you said that.
I said
Yeah.
that. That's right. That's right. I'll put myself.
Self-induced.
I'll put myself down. That's all right.
Well, it's not like any of us are real tall. Here.
I actually don't care. Yeah. No, that's good. How are y'all doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Harvesting plums off my tree this week.
Getting some
It's been
plums.
fun.
your
A
tree or like your
ton.
neighbor's tree?
No, my tree.
Oh, okay.
I got 2 plum trees.
My parents have a couple. Do you do anything with them outside just eat them, or do you make like jam and?
Well, I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know if I would actually use the jam. I actually made barbecue sauce
Yeah,
with them the
yeah,
other
that's
night.
cool. Yeah.
So that was good. Yeah, smoked some chicken and put some plum barbecue sauce on
about
there.
this big. How big are your plums?
Some of them are, but they're a little bit bigger than that.
Your plums a little bigger than that. Okay.
You
Whatever.
know, sometimes I get some like real.
Dang.
No,
Those are like
Yeah.
those are like genetically.
not quite as big at the store, but I've got a few that are
Yeah.
they're respectable.
My parents
plums.
are probably like, I don't know. They're small. They're good. You just
Yeah.
pop them in your mouth. Other than that, the pit.
Yeah,
It's kind of good.
Anyways,
I like 'em.
Pop the plums in your mouth, Lucas.
Yeah.
They're delicious. They're kind of sour. They're a little sour, but
if you get them. Yeah, mine are. I think maybe a little riper. They're super sweet, or it could be
yeah,
the
it's
variety
almost
too.
like It's almost like there's this breakover point where the flesh is a little sour, and then when it does get sweet, it's like they're mushy. It's like
yeah,
you gotta
got
catch
like
'em.
a couple days
gotta catch 'em.
window,
Yeah,
and
you
then
gotta catch 'em.
then they
Yeah.
go bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
exactly. But like you pop them in now, and then it's like burst with like
flavor.
flavor and
good.
juices.
It's also
good.
fun that you go just pick them out of your
Yeah, it's
backyard.
fun.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty.
I told my kids if you want a snack, go over there to that plum tree and grab one. It's like, how beautiful would it be if you'd have like a snack tree in your backyard? It's like,
Yeah.
go grab a snack off the tree in the backyard. Leave me
Pretty
alone.
sure that's how my grandparents grew up. Like they just had farm,
Yeah.
so they had a pear orchard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I like pears.
We would go hunt. I hunted there. This is my great grandma's place, and when you go like get prep in the place like August, September, the pears are on the tree, but they're not ripe. But I would still real crunchy.
Yep.
And I love that. So I'd pull them off and I would cut them up and eat them, and then man, make my stomach hurt. Anyway, sorry. I just really
because they're not ready.
yeah, they're not ready. I like pears quite a bit though.
Mhm.
Pears might be one of my favorite
Still,
fruits.
after that experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Just the
still
ripe
did it.
ones.
I knew
Wow.
it was gonna hurt.
I think all non-ripe fruit will kind of tear you up.
Well, I ate too many, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pooping out pears, huh?
I guess so. Yeah. There's a little tip in life right there,
A lot of listeners to this podcast. Good grief! If they were listening, they tuned out.
They tuned out.
Stay with us,
Well-
I promise.
Follow your heart.
I'm trying to get this queued up, and it's just pretty awful. But so we were kind of having this discussion about the things that the world tells us, which is I can't segue from what we were just talking about.
No, you guys tore
but,
that up.
But the things that the world tells us that is not biblical truth, right? And there's tons of them. And so Lucas found this video of this young man talking about a few things, and I mean, we thought it was great, and so we thought we'd play that audio. We will post that. I'll give a tag to this person in our description. I hope he's cool with it. So I don't actually know his name, but I thought we'll play those, and let me make sure.
He said, follow me because the heart is deceitful above all things. Listen to this. Here are 5 things that the world tells you that Jesus never said. Number 1, follow your heart. Jesus never said that. He said, follow me because the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can understand it? Number 2, the world always says, be true.
Yeah, it's
That's all
all right.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
We can break it down. That's fine. And we'll just make it work.
Okay. What did he say in number 1, Lucas? Lucas has them written down.
You have. Oh my.
Follow
God.
your
I can't
heart.
Find my notes. Yeah.
yourself. Jesus never said that. Jesus said, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, pick up the cross and follow me. Jesus never said be true to yourself. He said deny yourself. Number 3, Jesus never said believe in yourself. The world always says believe in yourself, but Jesus didn't say that. He said believe in me. I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but through Jesus Christ. Number 4, live your truth. Jesus never said that. When Pontius Pilate questions Jesus about him, who are you? He said, I am the truth, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Don't live your truth, live his truth. And number 5, the world always says this: as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Jesus never said that in his word. He said, what profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? The word also says, if you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you lose your life for my sake, whose sake? Jesus' sake, you will find it. Stop listening to what the world has to say and start listening to what the word of God has to say. I'm sitting here at work and I saw
Lee.
Dumb
We gotta
Facebook
hire a
videos.
guy over here.
Yeah, we need an IT guy.
We need to hire an IT guy. Sorry,
All right.
guys.
So the first one he says, "World says follow your heart." Jesus says follow me because your heart is deceitful.
Yeah.
That was number 1.
I mean, the
That's good.
heart is full of evil, right? I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I think absolutely, to your point,
And
like
selfishness
Yeah.
and
if you were your guide,
own God.
yeah, your God, like if you're your guide and you're taking direction from yourself, I mean, you're just going to disappoint yourself, right?
Every
Like, it's
time.
every single time almost, right? So,
Yep.
no, that's a good one. I like that.
Number 2, world says be true to yourself. Jesus says whoever wants to be my disciple needs to deny themselves and pick up their cross and follow me.
Yeah, I think be true to yourself. That means just do what you enjoy, I guess.
Yeah, do what a lot of people turn the scripture too to make it fit how they're
Sure,
living their
of course.
lifestyle.
Yeah, of
I feel
course.
like that's what he's kind of getting there.
Yeah.
I can be true to myself and then
Oh
do
yeah.
whatever I want.
Our
That's
whole
how
our whole culture is like that. Yeah. So be true to yourself. Let your same kind of concept. Being your guide. No, that's good.
This one kind of goes along with that one. It says, world says believe in yourself. Jesus says believe in me. I am the way, the truth, and life. No one comes to the Father but through me.
Yeah.
That was pretty self-explanatory. Keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one is, the world says live your truth. I hear that one a lot. Jesus says to Pilate, I am the truth, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Live
one, that's
Jesus-
the one
yeah,
too,
go ahead.
like where I would probably say like, your definition of the truth. And this is how man, that is where we start getting the warped. Yeah, our heart is selfish. My
Mind.
definition of the truth. Yeah. I mean, even in your marriage, if you say it's my truth, not your truth, right? And so like, and your wife is going to say, well, it's my truth, not your truth.
Yep.
But if you can come to, hey, this is God's truth, and this is how our marriage should be shaped. This is how we should interact with each other. This is how we should parent. These are the decisions that we make together. These are the, I mean, you see the difference, right? And I'm trying to find a relationship, and I would even correlate it to our work. We have all work has a vision, a mission statement. How you're going to operate, and you really. Man, honestly, you have to, as a team, connect yourself to that vision. You can't just let everybody individualize it because they interpret it differently.
Yeah, it becomes subjective.
Yeah, it's
right?
subjective. So like visions can be very subjective. Like we want to be the most trusted and valued, something like that. Like it's in our vision statement. Well, what the most trusted and valued to one individual might mean something to the next. And so it's super important to go through that effort to say, okay, let's line up and make sure that we're saying and talking in the same context. And I think that's what the Bible provides, and that's why you have to take it for what it is, and you have to be square on it.
Yep.
You don't go fit it to your life.
Yes.
But no, I think that one really stuck out to me, and that's what the world is. The world is, oh man, God bless.
Live your truth.
Live your truth.
The last one he talked about says, excuse me, the world says, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Jesus says, what profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul?
Yeah, I think that one's strong. That can be very convicting, right? And that says a lot. Like, what's the parable with Jesus talks about that goes along with that? It's that the guy who like stores up all the grain, or he saves up everything he has, doesn't spend any money. Then that night, like Jesus takes his soul, and he's like, now what? Right? Can't take it with you. What?
Yeah,
I think it's okay to be happy.
Yeah, but what's your happiness founded in?
What are you clinging on to?
Yeah, right.
I think that's the kicker, and that's the sucky thing about like churches now too. I don't say predominantly, but there's just this huge movement, and that's the progressive, what do we call it? The prosperity gospel, like happiness, like you're going to pursue our culture's happiness, and they try to tie God into that,
right?
And I loved how he said, God doesn't say that we're going to be happy, not from a world standpoint. Yeah. God said you got to find your happiness in me, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be comfortable. It doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. And I think that's something that's hard in our culture. It's hard for us to convey to our kids. It's a really tough thing.
Again, subjective, right? What is happiness, right? Is subjective to everybody.
And all these statements, right, go back to you have to define this through the biblical lens. Like you don't get to interpret it through the culture lens. You don't get to interpret it through your own personal lens. You go define it through the Bible, through God's word, and that's how you do that. And then therefore there you go, right?
Yep.
No, that's good. There's a lot of statements in our culture too, and I think we were talking a little bit before, but the one that really drives me crazy, and you hear it a ton through graduation time, is like, hey, go do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life, and that's false. Work is part of our life, and work is not going to be always awesome and fun. Does that not mean that I get fulfillment from my job?
Yep.
Yeah, that could be true. I can get fulfillment, but it's still work. It's toil. And I think that was from the fall of man, right? The garden, that was something that was amazing. And then once the fall, God said you will work to get what the land can offer.
They worked until death.
Yeah.
I mean, we actually have it pretty good if you want to think about it. We can retire in the 60s.
Yeah, I know, for sure.
People complain about that, but I mean, honestly.
Yeah. Well, it's like we talked, we were talking like one of my kiddos is a little creative, and but still, you have to work at that. You don't get to just do and enjoy and write the things you like to write about. You have to actually, work at making your craft better. And that's not always enjoyable. A professional golfer, I think it's like, you talk about like he just gets to go play golf for money. Like, I mean, there's hours and hours and hours of practice that goes into that, right? Muscle memory, baseball player, basketball player, like the things that we enjoy. There's work there. So yeah, I think the world just says they have these things to say like, you're in control, right?
Yep.
It's all about you. You go make it happen.
I know for me, the one thing out there that the world says is, well, that's just who I am, right?
Yep.
That's who I am, and I know I can't be that way.
World says be true to yourself, right? Yeah.
And I can relate to that. I've actually said that myself, and sometimes it can be difficult. But Jesus says, hey, you got to die to yourself, right, to follow me. And
yeah, I was about to say that. That's awesome. That's a good point.
Be born again, right? And
daily.
Daily.
Yep.
And that means you can change, right? That's not the way you are, right? That's how you currently are, but doesn't mean that's the way that you will always be if you
that's really
have
good.
intention, right?
So also like the whole culture is around like the self-help. It's unfortunate because I really have a hard time helping myself. It's just very disappointing. It's very disappointing. So like you go help yourself be better husband, help yourself,
everything.
Yeah, focus better, change your habits, all those things. And really, if the focus is not God, it's not your relationship with Christ, and in that regeneration that is consistent and constant, then to your point, that's just not, the fruit's not there. It's in the wrong vein.
Other crazy things I've seen on social media this week is divorce parties. People are literally celebrating. Like they're having people over and having cupcakes, and like it's like a reception, but a divorced reception, and normalizing that. is just mind blowing.
It's been normalized for a long time, but yes.
But now, actually celebrating it with your friends.
That's crazy.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that we do, and this is not like me basing it off. This is my thought. Like the one thing that we do that is close to the covenant that God made with us on this earth is our marriage to our wives. Mm-hmm. We chose in front of God and everyone to say that we're committed to this person that is not our family. And the Bible talks about that. So, man, it's a bummer that is such a like cast aside thing. But yeah, the world says it's no big deal.
Yep.
Not only is it no big deal, but you can marry whatever you want to marry.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I'm not getting into politics today.
I don't know if that's politics.
Yeah.
I think it's our perversion of our society.
It's it's bad.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bad. No, it's good. I like that video. I thought that was. I'll post it on our description. I thought it was pretty cool. This is a younger, I don't know, maybe like teacher or something.
I'm not for sure. I
just kind of posted these things like, "Hey, the world's telling you this, but that's not what Jesus said."
Yeah.
And they were all words from Jesus. That was I just really enjoyed that. So.
Good reminders, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in some of the worldly things too, and good reminders to.
Yeah.
All right, let's really dig into this and think about this and reset ourselves on what we should be, thinking about.
Yeah. Next time we'll just let Lucas read it.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I'd have done better. I wasn't prepared. You said you had a video, but whatever.
I couldn't. I'm poor at this, connecting everything. Yeah, that was good. I like good conversation. Good to think about. Some conviction there.
Yep.
Don't seek what the world tells us.
Mm-hmm.
Seek what God tells us, and He gave us His word so that we would have that.
Yep. The way nothing's subjective, right?
You need to read,
one truth.
You need to
one
read
truth
the Bible
only.
every day too.
Need to read the Bible.
Yep.
Got to read the Bible. We've talked about this.
Yep.
Got to read the Bible. All right, boys. That was good.
Yep.
Talk to you later.
See ya.
Peace.
Adios.